The glittering lights of Hollywood have always promised a dream that is as fragile as it is beautiful, a world where romance is magnified on the grandest screens and yet subjected to the harshest realities behind the scenes. For decades, the global public has watched the public and private lives of its biggest stars unfold like a cinematic script, filled with unexpected plot twists, dramatic heartbreaks, and triumphant returns. In this realm of absolute glamour, few names evoke as much passion, fascination, and media scrutiny as the legendary multi-hyphenate who has defined pop culture for over a generation. Her journey through the maze of high-profile relationships has been nothing short of an epic saga, a continuous cycle of devotion, separation, and reinvention that keeps millions of spectators completely spellbound. Every step she takes, every whisper of a new chapter, and every silent departure from a past life becomes an instant headline, capturing the collective imagination of a world obsessed with the true nature of modern celebrity love. When we look closely at the mechanics of fame, we begin to realize that the stories told on the red carpet are only the surface of a much deeper, more complex human experience that requires immense strength to navigate. It is a world where personal milestones are shared with the entire planet, and where the line between a scripted Hollywood happy ending and the unpredictable nature of real life becomes beautifully blurred. Before we dive deeper into the fascinating details of this evolving Hollywood journey, we kindly invite you to support our work by subscribing to the channel so you never miss an update on the stories that shape the entertainment world. To truly understand the atmosphere surrounding the entertainment industry today, one must appreciate the sheer gravity of a superstar who refuses to be defined by her past, even when that past includes some of the most famous romances in history. The concept of love in the public eye is a unique paradox, a beautiful illusion that is constantly tested by the relentless pressure of constant media attention and the unyielding expectations of a global audience. For years, the narratives surrounding major celebrity couples have been treated like modern mythology, with fans choosing sides and dissecting every public appearance for hidden meanings or subtle signs of trouble. This constant observation creates a highly charged environment where even the simplest statement can ignite a massive wave of speculation across social media platforms and traditional news outlets alike. The atmosphere is currently filled with a tangible sense of anticipation, as industry insiders and fans alike sense a major shift in how one of Hollywood's most enduring icons is choosing to present her life to the world. It is no longer just about the glamorous outfits or the high-profile movie premieres, but rather about a profound narrative of personal reclamation and the unapologetic pursuit of happiness on one's own strict terms. This lingering intrigue sets the perfect stage for an unfolding narrative that challenges everything we thought we knew about high-profile relationships, heartbreak, and the ultimate resilience of the human spirit as the summer season begins to showcase the latest major entertainment releases. The spotlight has focused intensely on a specific promotional tour that has quickly transformed from a standard marketing campaign into a fascinating public confession. When a major star steps out to promote a highly anticipated romantic comedy on a massive streaming platform, the expectation is usually a series of polished, predictable anecdotes about filmmaking and on-set camaraderie. However, what the public is witnessing instead is a masterclass in subtle communication, where the line between art and reality is drawn with exquisite precision and a touch of undeniable defiance. The mood in the television studios and on the crowded red carpets has been electric, charged with the unmistakable energy of a woman who is completely aware of the power she holds over the collective cultural conversation. Reporters and talk show hosts have found themselves navigating a delicate landscape where standard interview questions about a film's plot are suddenly met with deeply philosophical, surprisingly candid reflections on personal growth and future expectations. This shift in tone has created a fascinating mystery that goes far beyond the boundaries of a typical Hollywood press junket, leaving audiences around the globe wondering what lies beneath this sudden surge of absolute confidence and independence. The narrative we are exploring is deeply intertwined with the very fabric of celebrity culture, where the endings of major public chapters are rarely quiet, and where the beginning of something new is always preceded by a complex emotional transition. It is an environment where every single interaction is loaded with meaning, from the specific late-night show an artist chooses to visit, to the cheerful smile that accompanies a declaration of independence. This carefully managed yet authentic presentation allows a global icon to communicate directly with her audience, bypassing traditional media filters to deliver a clear message about her current state of mind. The public is not just watching a movie star promote her latest project, they are witnessing a legendary figure actively rewriting her own story in real time, setting boundaries, and hinting at a future that is entirely within her own control. The intrigue builds with every single appearance, as the subtle hints dropped during these interviews suggest that the true story is far more fascinating than anyone could have predicted from the official press releases alone. It is a compelling reminder that in the world of high-stakes fame, the most powerful performances are often the ones that take place outside the cinema, where a real person decides to step forward and reclaim her own destiny before the entire world. The soft, ambient studio lighting of late-night television often acts as a confessional for the world's most recognizable faces, providing a platform where public personas melt away to reveal the raw reality of personal lives lived under a microscope. It was during this high-profile promotional circuit for her latest Netflix romantic comedy, Office Romance, that Jennifer Lopez decided to drop the polished script and deliver a series of remarkably candid revelations that sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Appearing on Watch What Happens Live with the seasoned and famously perceptive host Andy Cohen, the 56-year-old global phenomenon was confronted with a direct question that pierced right through the standard promotional banter. Cohen, leaning in with the curiosity of millions of fans, asked the multi-talented star whether she genuinely felt that her next great love was still ahead of her in life. Without a single fraction of a second of hesitation, and with a look of absolute, unshakable certainty in her eyes, Lopez responded with a powerful affirmation that her greatest romance is 100% ahead of her. Without an absolute sliver of a doubt, this definitive statement did not just answer a question, it served as a monumental declaration of independence, effectively signaling to the world that her high-profile past was no longer the defining chapter of her emotional universe. To fully comprehend the sheer gravity and the undercurrent of tension behind this moment, one must trace the timeline back to the highly publicized dissolution of her marriage to 53-year-old Oscar winner Ben Affleck. The couple, whose turbulent romantic history had captivated generations of fans since the early 2000s, had famously reunited in a fairy tale twist of fate, culminating in a lavish wedding ceremony in 2022. Yet, the brutal realities of their demanding careers and the relentless glare of the paparazzi took a severe toll, leading to a stunning divorce filing on the exact date of their second wedding anniversary. The legal separation was officially and completely finalized in February of 2025, marking a somber end to one of the most intensely covered marriages in modern pop culture history. By boldly stating that her ultimate love story has not yet been written, Lopez did not merely look to the future, she subtly yet undeniably cast a shadow over the significance of her recent union with Affleck. This sophisticated level of public shading continued to manifest across various platforms as the actress subtly dismantled the narrative of her past marriage, replacing it with an empowering sermon of self-reliance and optimistic anticipation for what lies beyond the horizon. The tension only escalated when Andy Cohen pushed the conversation further, asking the iconic artist what she considered to be the most deeply romantic attribute about her own personality. With the effortless charm of a woman who has spent decades commanding the global stage, the Waiting for Tonight hitmaker replied with absolute simplicity that everything about her is romantic, emphasizing that she remains a deeply passionate individual at her very core. This was far from an isolated incident of candid reflection. Rather, it was part of a calculated and fascinating pattern of behavior observed throughout her entire media tour. Just days prior to her sit-down with Cohen, Lopez had graced the stage of Jimmy Kimmel Live, where the atmosphere was equally electric and charged with anticipation. During that specific television appearance, the host directly addressed her current relationship status, asking point-blank if she was completely single at the moment. Lopez confirmed the status with a radiant, cheerful smile that instantly triggered an explosion of supportive cheers and deafening applause from the studio audience, who seemed to instantly connect with her newfound sense of liberation. It was during this specific conversation with Kimmel that the superstar dropped another massive bombshell, admitting with astonishing honesty that she deeply regrets not embracing the single life much sooner than she actually did. She openly confessed to the late-night host and the millions watching at home that she had been doing it all wrong for a very long time, repeating the phrase with a sense of genuine self-reflection that felt incredibly raw for a star of her monumental stature. When Kimmel playfully questioned whether she would ever consider looking for a new partner by becoming the next star of the highly popular reality dating television series, The Bachelorette, Lopez quickly shut down the idea with a decisive shake of her head. She humorously questioned if the host was completely crazy, explaining that she would absolutely do nothing to jeopardize or ruin the magnificent way she currently feels about her independent life. Describing her current state of being single as nothing short of absolute fantastic, the mother of two made it abundantly clear that she is in no rush to find a partner, nonchalantly adding that she might find someone somewhere one day, but only if they prove to be good enough to enter her carefully guarded world. Behind this public display of emotional liberation lies an incredibly grueling professional schedule. As Lopez continues to actively balance her personal evolution with the massive corporate demands of her global career, the heavy promotion for Office Romance, which officially launched on Netflix, has required her to maintain a flawless public image while navigating deep emotional shifts behind the scenes. The film itself presents a fascinating parallel to her real-life themes of control and vulnerability, as she portrays Jackie, the rigorous president and chief executive officer of an airline company called Air Cruise. In the movie, her character enforces a remarkably strict and completely rigid anti-fraternization policy for all of her corporate employees, a rule that is thrown into total chaos and tested to its absolute limits when a highly attractive new lawyer enters her professional circle. To bring this story to life, Lopez shared the screen with the incredibly talented and popular actor Brett Goldstein, famously known for his brilliant, award-winning portrayal of the gruff Roy Kent in the critically acclaimed comedy series Ted Lasso. The creative partnership between Lopez and Goldstein quickly became the center of intense Hollywood gossip, with rumors regarding their undeniable on-set chemistry spreading like wildfire through the industry. Reflecting on her time working with the British actor at the high-profile Netflix upfront red carpet event in New York City, Lopez openly praised her co-star, revealing that they possessed immense natural chemistry from the very beginning of production. She admitted to reporters that she had initially expected Goldstein to be a much rougher, more aggressive individual based entirely on his famous television character, but was completely surprised to discover a deeply kind, remarkably gentle, an exceptionally smart person who exudes a natural charm. This professional admiration was highly mutual, and the rumor mill intensified significantly when industry insiders began leaking details about their interactions behind closed doors. Sources close to the production reported that the connection between the two stars was absolutely electric during filming, describing them as incredibly touchy-feely and constantly laughing together on set, which naturally led many crew members to suspect that their relationship had transcended the boundaries of a typical professional collaboration. The speculation reached a fever pitch during the official wrap party for the film, where eyewitnesses claimed that the two main actors were completely inseparable throughout the entire evening of celebratory dinner and drinks with the rest of the cast and crew. Insiders noted that they were having an incredible amount of fun together, providing exactly the type of joyful, light-hearted distraction that Jennifer desperately needed in the painful wake of her sudden divorce from Ben Affleck. Goldstein was credited with putting a genuine, radiant smile back on her face during a time of immense personal turmoil, offering a stark contrast to the heavy, serious atmosphere that had characterized the final months of her marriage. This growing connection was further highlighted by the fact that during a previous television appearance, Lopez had boldly labeled Goldstein as the absolute best on-screen kisser she had ever encountered in her lengthy cinematic career. The playful banter reached its peak during the film's star-studded Los Angeles premiere, where Goldstein returned the high praise by rating Lopez's exceptional kissing skills as a staggering 12 out of 10 during an interview, adding an entirely new layer of romance and intrigue to an already captivated global audience. The fascinating intersection of a highly publicized personal life and a demanding professional career often forces a Hollywood icon to make difficult, life-altering decisions that reverberate far beyond the confines of a movie set or a television studio. As the dust officially settles on the legal finalization of her divorce from Ben Affleck, which concluded in February of 2025, the immense financial and emotional logistics of untangling two massive lives have become a central focus of public attention. One of the most glaring physical reminders of their brief and intensely scrutinized union was their sprawling $61 million marital mansion, located in one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in the world. The former couple had purchased the breathtaking estate in May of 23 for a staggering total of over $60 million, intending it to be a permanent sanctuary for their blended family. However, as the relationship rapidly deteriorated, the magnificent property became a heavy burden, prompting them to quietly list it on the highly competitive luxury real estate market in July of 24. Just a short time before Lopez officially filed the divorce paperwork on their second wedding anniversary, the process of selling this monumental piece of real estate has proven to be an incredibly grueling and symbolic journey for the pop superstar. Reflecting the difficult nature of moving on from a highly publicized past, in a surprising development that came to light recently, it was revealed that the Oscar-winning actor completely relinquished his legal share of the massive marital mansion, giving full ownership over to Lopez as they finalized their financial separation. In an intense effort to completely offload the property and sever the remaining financial ties to her ex-husband, Jennifer has aggressively slashed the asking price multiple times along the way. After initially listing the home for nearly $68 million following their initial separation, the actress has recently made the bold decision to lower the price tag by nearly $20 million, putting the estate back on the market for a third time at just under $50 million. This dramatic reduction highlights her absolute determination to close that specific chapter of her life, prioritizing her emotional peace of mind and a fresh start over the potential financial gains of a patient real estate negotiation. This major transition has culminated in a significant lifestyle shift for the global entertainer, who has officially relocated into a stunning new $18 million residence nestled within the prestigious gated community of Hidden Hills. This move marks the physical reality of her newfound independence, providing a private sanctuary where she can safely rebuild her life away from the constant reminders of her former marriage. However, the emotional challenges for the mother of two are far from over as she simultaneously navigates a profound domestic milestone that many parents find incredibly difficult to face. During her highly emotional and candid conversation on Jimmy Kimmel, the singer shared through tears that her 18-year-old twins, Max and Em, are currently preparing to move out of the family home to attend college. This major milestone creates a poignant double transition for the superstar, who is not only adjusting to a completely single lifestyle in a brand new home, but is also facing the reality of an empty nest as her beloved children embark on their own independent journeys into adulthood. The profound significance of this entire chapter in her life lies in the inspiring message of resilience and self-discovery that she continues to project to her millions of devoted followers around the world. For a woman who has spent her entire adult existence navigating the intense, unforgiving spotlight of global fame, the ability to publicly acknowledge past mistakes while remaining fiercely optimistic about the future is a testament to her enduring strength. Her recent television appearances and red carpet statements are not merely promotional sound bites for a streaming romantic comedy. They are the conscious declarations of a fully realized woman who refuses to allow her self-worth to be dictated by her relationship status. By openly admitting that she should have embraced being single much sooner, she has effectively dismantled the outdated Hollywood narrative that a woman requires a high-profile romance to be considered truly successful or complete. Instead, she is proudly celebrating her current independence as a beautiful, necessary period of personal growth and professional triumph. As the global audience looks back at the entire trajectory of this remarkable entertainment icon, it becomes abundantly clear that her journey is far from over and that her greatest achievements may still lie ahead. The phenomenal success of her professional collaborations, particularly her electric on-screen and off-screen chemistry with Brett Goldstein in Office Romance, serves as a powerful reminder of her undeniable talent and her unique ability to capture the public imagination. Whether she is gracefully navigating the complex logistics of a high-profile multi-million-dollar real estate divorce, preparing her children for the next major phase of their educational lives,